Kevin, we got the.
Oh
poem.
my God! How did we get the first
How
one?
does this shit happen? Where did somebody pull this from?
Oh, we have our ways.
Oh,
All right.
I put it on. I douche myself on my blog. I mean, I haven't written on it in a year.
You put this up.
Yeah, that and 2
By the
letters I
way,
wrote to girlfriends.
You had a great blog.
Thank you. Yeah,
You
I
should
just
go back to it.
creatively, I'm very satisfied here, though. It's kind of hard to write because I'm doing 5 hours a day. But
Right.
I would write when we were off the air.
Right.
I did a lot of it, and I found again. I went over this, and I did go over this, by the way, in fucking red ink and critique it now 20 years later or whatever. Which is what a drivel spewing little
It's all
jizz bag
it's
I
all
was.
rhymey.
Dude,
I
it's
like a
fucking-
rhymey poem.
Now, what is Princeton House?
It was a rehab I was in, and this is you
At
want
age 17?
Yeah, the old.
Yeah, he gave
wrist
up at 17.
slicing.
Oh, really?
I was
God, everyone leads such a fucking interesting life.
And
I got nothing.
Yeah,
I got no
except a fucking
course
huge
to it.
movie career. I don't know. I don't know. I'll trade you
Thank
one drippy poem for fucking massive success.
Really?
Wow.
He makes a point, Kevin.
We were in
It's true.
hold-ups.
And this, by the way, I fucking this is what a little cock I was. I wrote this, and I wanted everybody to see, but I was too embarrassed to show people. So I left it on someone's bed, and they found it, and they were going around asking, "Who wrote this? Who wrote this?"
Oh, you attention-seeking whore.
Dude, my back of my head is now tingling with fucking the humiliation. The humiliation you feel like when your grandmother walks in and you're jerking off in her hamper.
with Grandpa.
And I would always try to start conversations about the poem to get people talking, and then I finally confessed in group. But by then, they had all lost interest because they were just done with it.
Cared,
Yeah,
right?
and I kind of give them credit for that. They were just like, whatever.
It was me, everybody. They're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, that thing we
Poem?
yeah
What
Poem.
last
What
week.
poem?
I think the Challenger had blown up by then because that was when the Challenger blew up. So afterwards, I tried to top it with fucking.
Well, who's going to read this?
I'll go first line.
I think Kevin Smith should read this.
I'll go for it, sir. What
It's
is
fucking-
there any particular
I think you
inflection
have
that
to-
you're looking for?
Here I lay, Princeton House, just staring at the ceiling. Between these walls, they've taught me how to deal with all my feelings. Oh!
I think we trashed him between every line.
I don't think so. I think we should just let it go.
It's one of these rehab things, too.
It's fucking
really
so
Because
awful.
in rehab, it's one of these, get to your feelings. What are the roots? Why are you, what are you burying to get high? All right? And the first, you're laying in your bed. You're not thinking that. You're thinking about why you were touched as a kid and why you're in Princeton.
They didn't teach me how to deal with anything. Drank in the rehab.
Hey, we need. This is what we need. We need some sensitive music.
Sensitive music.
And we need Kevin Smith to do
Kevin
the
to
sensitive
narrate
reading.
this.
I got a
letter.
theory that you didn't even need to go to rehab. You just wanted to go somewhere where you could write poems.
I-
It was your own Walden Woods kind of thing.
It's Spalding Norton.
What song can we play in the background for something like this?
No, do the
it's
the
gotta
music from Titanic.
Everybody hurts. What?
Oh,
The Titanic music.
Titanic theme
With the
would
flute.
be nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's like touching.
Everybody hurts is pretty good too, though.
Yeah, but it's hard to do it over
But you're
words.
competing, with
Yeah.
little
How about the
lyrics.
Hulk music?
All right.
Yeah,
How about Anne Murray? I cried
sad
a tear.
Hulk
I
walking
cried
away
a
music.
tear.
Huh? Hulk walking away music
Yeah.
might be good.
Back
Where is
on the
that?
road. David Banner back
Well,
on
we
the
have
road.
instrumental Titanic music. Yeah.
How about the fucking sounds that something makes when it smells like vinegar and water and it's on a coat hanger in the bathroom?
How about,
Appropriate.
is this good? This is the old Hulk walking away music.
Let's see
at
if
the end of
Kevin's feeling it.
Yeah, I'll rock that.
You could. All right.
I lay at Princeton House just staring at the ceiling. Between these walls, they've taught me how to deal with all my feelings.
this. Did they?
No.
I hid my pain down deep inside. I tucked it all away. The pain it grew, it ate at me. It killed me day by day. I feel like I'm 16. I had a friend, he helped me cope, named Johnny Walker Red.
How fucking hack. What a booze hack.
If the Johnny Walker Company is listening right now, this is your campaign.
I was the fucking girl fart joke of fucking alcohol poems.
Made cope named Johnny Walker Red. And then a dame walked in with beautiful stems.
Dude, but just when you think,
This is ugh
I
noir.
could just see it.
Oh, I did question
in a
it.
fucking ad in a magazine. There's
Yeah.
a picture of Jimmy, and it just says, "I had a friend. He helped me cope." Named Johnny Walker Red. A little picture of the bottle at the bottom.
Now, was Johnny Walker Black upset you weren't friends with him?
All right.
It hurt inside to learn the truth. he'd rather see me dead. Oh, Johnny turned on me.
Yeah, Johnny was
Yeah.
a goose.
What kind of fucking friend is that? Jack Daniels was another one, a so-called friend of mine. I'd wrap my lips around his neck.
Ooh.
He'd leave me feeling fine. That's a little homoerotic.
Yeah.
Certainly is.
Wrap your lips.
Jack Daniels, too, had lied to me. I'd been deceived again. So I set out in desperate hope to find a loyal friend. Depressed no more, my spirits soared. I was no longer sad, for I soon met a Southerner by the name of Old Granddad.
I like how you're just paying tribute to booze.
Here at Medicine Rehab, we're all running out and banging dope that night.
I give it up for your rhyme scheme. I mean, it's not like iambic pentameter, but you've got a decent rhyme scheme.
Do you know that I have been I'm less embarrassed admitting prostitute stories, golden shower stories. I had a girlfriend pit in a cup and I'd get one time, and this was sober, and I'm less embarrassed admitting that than hearing this.
Was
Pal
your
of
girlfriend's name
mine.
Johnny Walker Red?
Another friend called Jose Cuervo Tequila. It helped to dull the pain when I thought about my uncle coming in to feel ya. Me? You? I had that so worked out in my head. And then when it came out my mouth, I should have wrapped my lips around a Jack Daniels bottle.
He'd have left you feeling fine till you realized he wanted you dead. Then it really hurts. Ugh. Why did I print one of
We'll
these?
continue.
He'd lead me to the promised land, the road we'd start to pave, but the only road this bastard knew was a shortcut to the grave.
Wow, bastard.
Yeah, that bastard.
This passion. I left these friends not knowing that my end was drawing near. Quite sheep, thought I, to leave the rye, the gin, and Everclear.
Wait.
What does that quite sheep mean?
I tell you, well, it's funny. Somebody just brought me a copy of what I wrote on the blog, and I do call myself out on it. It's not a fucking.
You do a line by line critique.
Oh,
This is
that's
like,
great.
This is like Cliff's notes right here.
Yeah, I
See,
Wow, yeah.
This poem was like 2 weeks into improv going, yeah, I get it. I get what they're doing. Right? You know what I mean? This is like, I get what they're saying to me. So you wrote the poem like after,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is like 2 weeks in, probably.
This poem is as epic as Paradise Lost.
Well, this is not. This is the
You
poem.
are Milton at age 17.
That's the poem plus my critique. I mean, I did go over it with a
He went line for line.
fine-toothed comb and straightened myself right out.
Dude, you've inspired me. I'm going to go dig out my fucking high school ramblings and throw it up. There's something kind of like, I mean, nothing as good as this, I assure you.
I wish I'd saved some of it.
I
from my
have it
youth,
all,
but
sadly.
I wish I
I
knew
think
how to
everyone's
write.
got a douche
What were we gonna say,
chili.
Rich? You had
What?
something to say.
No, I said this is like 2 weeks in a rehab where he goes, I got this stuff. This is where the feelings, everything starts coming out, right? That's why I already said it. Why
Back
did you
to
make
the
me
poem.
do it again?
No, I really didn't hear you. I wasn't setting you up that time.
I'd be okay if every day I'd stick to only beer. But I'd been tricked and my disease would look at me and sneer.
Did it?
Did it? But this social drink, in quotes, made glamorous by commercials on TV would take its toll. I'd sell my soul. It was my enemy.
You're blaming the fucking media here? You're blaming a commercial, but this quote-unquote social drink. Hey, some people can just have a fucking beer.
Well, maybe if you met a Southerner named Old Granddad, and if you realized where that bastard wanted to take you,
Made glamorous by commercials on TV,
Dude, you
man.
don't understand. What's important is the rhyme.
Oh, okay.
I would have said anything.
Sorry.
Like any good
If I would have thought of it, I would have. Now I can't laugh. Tee hee 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 hee.
With you, I'm sure you could have fit in VD.
Yeah, or HIV. Any kind of foresight.
I
Or
knew
tra-
not.
okay.
I knew not why I couldn't find a friend who'd really help, but then I knew the time was here. It was time to help myself. My mind was sick, my body scarred, my life was at its low, but light shined through the Princeton house like fire in the snow. Ooh, that's evocative.
What's evocative mean?
I can see it. Fire
Oh.
in the snow.
I thought it meant like what happens to stomach acids when you eat fucking 6-week-old sushi. Oh, what a cunt face I am.
I'm happy now. My life is good, and hope is shining in. But the worst part of this mad disease is that to surrender means to win. Sir, I give it up. 17, that's good.
It stinks. You're a
17,
good man.
sir. 17. I wrote a poem at age 16 called The Princess and the Clown. You want to talk about gay? Horrible. That at least there's some depth to it. And you did keep the rhyme going the whole time.
Yeah, that rhyme.
I'm gonna take your breakdown home.
Yeah, I enjoy
can't
the
wait.
breakdown, and it's a blog I have not touched in a long time. It's jimnorton.blogspot.com.
The first line is genius. The first line of the poem is, "Here I lay at Princeton House, just staring at the ceiling," and you write, "I suppose the first question would have to be, if I am staring at the ceiling, how am I writing?" Oh.
Your breakdown is very funny, Jimmy.
Thank you. Yeah, and I also break down a letter. I found a letter that I had written a girl. I was dating one girl, and
Never
and I
save those.
Well, I was dating a girl named Michelle, and then we broke up, and I started dating Debbie. But while I was dating Debbie, I started fucking Michelle again, and Debbie found out, and I wrote her a note about it, and she left it at my house, which is how I still had it. It was from '87 or '86 or something like that. '87, and I found it 2 years ago. Oof, what a fucking cock.
I'm just impressed you were fucking two chicks at the same time.
Well, no, one was done with me, and she was fucking my Jamaican friend, John. It was true. That's what I had to follow. I remember the last time I fucked her, her asshole stank. That's true. I fucked her doggy style, and her fucking ass reeked.
All right. Hey,
Hence leading you to Johnny Walker.
It was a trip to the grave was preferred to that trip to the mushroom factory.
Hey, Brian in Jersey, what's up?
Poetic.
Hey, how's it going? I know Jay. I used to be a bartender at Dr. Gimpy's, and I drove him home a couple of times back in the day. When
Jason Mewes?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Were you ever a
I have a-
bartender at Dr.
No,
Gimpy?
he is, and he
No,
said
I
he drove
was.
me home.
I had a red Volkswagen Thing, but I don't know if you remember me.
It's
But
a-
I think
I touched your bung piece once.
I think you guys
No.
should do a contest with Jimmy's poem. Do a George Thorogood "I Drink Alone" like a song parody. You know how he's got the rhyme going.
Yeah, with the booze and the rhyming. Yeah.
No, we know.
Well, you know.
There's only so much mileage you can get out of something, sir, and I think that having Kevin Smith read my drippy, fucking horrendous poem was the greatest thing that could have
loved
happened
it.
to us.
I might have loved that more than the Joel Siegel argument this morning.
Yeah,
I was
Just because
good.
it's so nice to see that I wasn't alone in being gay in my teenage years. I was such a pussy.
Jim, did you
At
ever
least you had
imagine?
something to talk about, though.
Did you ever imagine to write a poem when you were 17 and now you got Kevin Smith reading?
How fucking fantastic is that? It made it
pretty
palatable.
crazy, right?
Like
yeah.
it matters.
I'll fess up to a stupid thing I did when I was a kid. I think I was 16 and I was going out with a girl and she broke up with me and I was like fucking just heartbroken, devastated. And I thought for some reason if I had a broken arm she'd have sympathy for me. So I went into the garage and tried to break my own baseball bat and just couldn't.
wow.
But I couldn't bring up the oomph to really do it.
Yeah, you always
like,
stop
Like
just
I
short.
just stopped short.
Yeah.
So I had like this big bruise but no broken bones.
I mean, at what point do you just sit there and go, like, it'd be so much easier to just jerk off?
Yeah, exactly.
If I just tug one out, I won't care about
What
breaking
an
my arm.
ass.
My old man like had a huge fight with his fucking family when we were growing up over something my uncle did when he was younger. He broke up with this girl. This girl broke up with him, and he wanted to make her feel bad. This is taking it back to like late 60s, early 70s. So he sent her a telegram from my father, supposedly coming from my dad. My dad knew nothing about it. And it said, I'm sad to inform you that Wayne died.
Oh, jeez.
So the woman, or the girl rather, calls up my grandmother, and she's just like, "Oh my God, Wayne's dead." And my grandmother's like, "Wayne's dead?" And she's like, "Yes, Don sent me a telegram that Wayne's dead." And she's like, "Don knows Wayne's dead, and I didn't know." And she calls up my father, and she's like, "Wayne's dead." And my father's like, "Wayne's dead?"
Oh, no.
And she's like, "You sent this woman a telegram." He's like, "No, I didn't." And it finally outed that it was my uncle that did it, but my grandmother, like almost to her death, remained mad at my father
No shit.
for like a telegram the dude had nothing to do with. It's nuts
Thinking
what
that
you
was gonna
do
get
for
the
fucking
sympathy.
chick, man.
I know. You think it's going to change it. Ugh.
Yellow, this is Club Soda Kenny. If you like the material you just heard, check out the photos and video on opieandanthony.com. Thank you. Good day.